While a lot of focus is placed on visual issues whenever they are found in GTA 5, did you know that the game also has a lot of facts and glitches related to just its audio? Regardless of your answer, let me present some to you. On the mission friend request, Michael has to change his outfit. It seems as though Rockstar never expected you to make multiple choices.
Yup, that's as youthful as you're gonna get. Yup, that's as youthful as you're gonna get. Yup, that's as youthful as you're gonna get. Tragic, but they'll do. Tragic, but they'll do. Tragic, but they'll do.
When chasing down Molly in the mission Legal Trouble, a policeman will say a particular line when she's leaving.
On the floor, lady! On the fucking floor!
Oddly, this is the same line that can be used by the crew member Gustavo on the loud jewel store heist.
On the floor, lady! On the fucking floor! On the floor, lady! On the fucking floor!
At the end of the jewel store heist, you can pull the hacker out of the car and drive off without her.
The bull bars on this truck should help us with the cops. Help me out of here! I got a wife and kids!
Despite her absence, her dialogue will continue as normal.
I should charge more for getting involved in police chases. Looks clear to me. Fine work, boss.
At the end, the hacker will reappear as if nothing happened. On the mission card Libre, you can prevent Trevor from driving off in his truck by standing on the back of it. More amusingly, Trevor has 40 separate voice lines to insult Michael.
Did you lose a very big bet? You make me want a lobotomy. Listen, nobody likes you. You are an idiot! You're a waste of space on this earth. I've trodden shits with more brains. You look like you struggle with simple tasks. How are you allowed to walk the streets, moron? Oh, you really suck. You are utterly ridiculous. Why hasn't someone sensible shot you yet? You puddle of vomit! Why, oh, why weren't you drowned at birth?
If you access your weapon wheel while going into a mechanics, it skips the animation and dialogue.
What brings you in today?
A handful of scenes throughout the game require you to listen to some dialogue before it'll let you switch to the next character and start the next scene.
Man, I gotta stay out here with Lamar. Can you get to him? Shit!
This waiting for dialogue can be skipped by lighting yourself on fire by any source.
Alright, I'm looking for him.
Going underwater can also enable you to not have to wait for the dialogue and instead switch immediately.
Hey, Lester, I dealt with Haynes. You got a location on Devin Weston yet?
Yeah, I do. The Merryweather team was dispatched to protect him in his house in the Tongva Hills.
The normal process to get a taxi to come to you is to bring up the call on your phone, listen to the dial, and then skip through the conversation. This process takes about 7 seconds. Doing a quick cab skips this process. At the end of a mission, when a cutscene ends, you have a small window where you can call a taxi before the mission pass screen comes up, which forces you to put down your phone. Despite not hearing a second of the dial tone, the taxi will still come. Note I'm angling my camera here specifically to control where the taxi spawns.
Hey!
Walking into friend request, Nervous Ron, Battle of Rocco, or the Bureau raid while having your phone up will skip the dialogue that normally plays prior to the mission actually starting.
I was wondering when you'd show up.
I was dead.
Praise be. Guess you weren't very dead. You need my help. You need my help.
Skipping dialogue that prevents the ending of missions is a must for speedrunning, and my favorite skip is on repossession.
Man, I can't hang with your ass for a while, bro. You a psychopath. You a psychopath.
At some point in the game, a feature unlocks where you can call your therapist and he will give you some advice that you can accept or refuse. If you initiate one of these calls at the end of a mission, but before the mission pass screen comes up, it'll put your game in a locked state. Notice how no mission pass screen came up despite that I finished Battle of Rocco. Being in this state now, mission markers for other missions will simply not work. This is even true of the other characters, not simply Michael. Missions that take control of your character in order to walk you forward will now simply lock you in place.
What's going on?
Oh, just enjoying a little labor dispute.
If you enter and then leave a mission replay, it will get you out of this state. There are over 500 separate audio files of people saying some variation of Kiflam.
Kiflam, man. Kiflam.
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 Kiflam. Kiflam.
Everyone speaks now. Kiflam.
Charlie don't like Kiflam.
At the beginning of Monkey Business, if you call emergency services, it interrupts Dave's dialogue. This causes the rest of his dialogue to be played once you get underwater in the tunnels.
So maybe I redeem myself, get killed in the process, huh? That old bullshit.
This is the bay. We can get in through the discharge tunnel. No one is dying on my watch. Not even the burnout bank robber with temper issues and nothing to live for.
A hero's death is too good for you. You sure this thing comes out where you think it does? The intel is good. We're 100 yards out.
Ambient sounds in this game often have no connection to what is actually happening around you. For example, at the skate park when you are a distance away, you can hear skater sounds regardless of whether or not there are actually skaters there, and this sound stops playing when you get close enough. At the start of the mission Eye in the Sky with Franklin, if you shoot at the helicopter too much, you will mission fail for destroying it. But if you shoot at it so you only partially damage it, the mission will carry on with the helicopter still being damaged, leading to very annoying results.
We've got a positive ID on the suspect. I repeat, we have visual on Chad Mulligan. No vehicle in sight. Suspect stopped walking, appears to be accessing a small garage.
When you eventually find your target and switch back to Franklin, the helicopter will register the damage and be destroyed.
This better be you. This better be the guy.
I know you think this car might be worth something?
A large patch of road at this location stops your tires from making any noise or making any marks. The air tug will still make squealing tire noises even if it's lost its tires. Zooming in with a sniper rifle causes sounds to be made louder, although this doesn't work for speech. On the mission Eye in the Sky, if from the start you use Franklin's power to continually interrupt the dialogue between him and Trevor, it will play over the cutscene at the end.
Gonna be there, or just a dick who ain't paying us till we get all the cars?
You know, if this beauty was a woman, I'd have to break my 20 and under.
Man, I'll just stick to driving, right?
Hey, tell me something. You know how many of these things they make?
Man, I ain't hitting on nobody like 10.
No, not like 10, man. Exactly 10.
It's about time I settled down.
You one of them type of dudes,
man,
huh?
you need
Tell you
like
something,
a
how'd you like to
lion
drive a
tamer or some
car
shit. This
like
girl,
this
man,
one?
she got balls, dog,
real.
but she needs
Like
some serious
this
stones to handle
or
your
this?
ass.
Oh, man, right back at me, homie. Really nice.
Man, I
And
ain't
you know
gonna
something?
be
You're
a
not
part
like
of
those
that.
snowbird retiree pals of yours. You are sharp.
Man, I'm just looking for a paycheck for my service.
Passing by the box office in Vinewood Bowl results in the sound of pedestrians screaming even when no one appears to be there. Although I don't know why they scream in general, the screams when no one is around is likely caused by these markers that are meant to represent people. I could not find any people spawning on the markers, but that the markers are there is likely a clue. For the longest time we were confused with the ending of Fresh Meat, because when you call a taxi, it'll either come up as busy or say that taxis are unavailable, but you can still use taxis if you find them on the road. In every other mission in the game, you can either call and use taxis or not use them at all, so we were quite puzzled. This mystery was recently solved. It turns out that you can call a cab on this mission, but only after Michael and Franklin have finished their very long conversation. Thankfully, it was also found that this conversation will prematurely end if Franklin gets lit on fire.
Thank you enough. It's nothing. A driver's on the way. I'll be here.
Where can I take you?
I hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's any other compilations you want me to make, be sure to leave them in the comments. I wish you all the best.